Welcome, welcome to our eye makeup tips and tricks. We're so glad you're here. So many of you have already put your name in the comments. If you haven't yet, please do so. We have Mary Lynn on. Yes, hello, I'm back again. So glad. And we have Amanda. Yay! And Amanda and I got to spend some time earlier today together. So glad you're on joining our class. And Michelle is watching. Hello, Michelle. Thanks so much for being on here. And Araba is watching. Hello, hello. And Edith, yay. Now we have all the time zones from the East Coast to the West Coast, the Central and everything. And Sherry, welcome, welcome. Thanks for supporting Kenzie and being a guest for her on this. So we're so excited. So this enters you into the giveaway. We're giving away an eyeshadow. It's our mineral eyeshadow. They fit in this cute little plastic thing, or you can also get a compact from your consultant, and they're magnetic. So you can completely customize your compact. And so whoever's the winner, I'm going to send you colors that you can pick from. And that way it's more like your personality, more your what you want. Because everyone has different ideas about what eyeshadows. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty, Christine. I'm going to make that a little bigger. Show it again. Yeah. That's our pro palette. And I love how you have the illuminating bronzers, you've got your blushes and the eyeshadows. That is so pretty. Love it. So, well, welcome. So I'm going to start us off with reasons why we wear makeup. Like what's the benefits of wearing makeup? I would also love for you guys to type in the chat what makeup does for you. Now, makeup shouldn't change what we look like, right? It's not going to change who we are. But it can, for me, it does certain things. It helps me be more productive at my house. I work from home and sometimes if you're just like not, getting dressed up, you kind of just don't accomplish that much. And so I always feel like I get a lot more accomplished and I feel a lot better about myself. But I would love for you guys to type in the chat benefits you see in wearing makeup, whether it's a little or a lot. But yeah. And then we're going to have Christine walk us through eyeshadow techniques, eye colors, brushes, eyeliner, and mascara. So all about the eyes today. And then we'll wrap up with, we're going to play a referral game. And anyone that you think of that you'd love to refer to your beauty consultant, you'll get extra entries into our giveaway, but also you'll get a free makeup item possibly too. So we'll talk about that. And then the last thing is I'm going to spin the wheel and find out what the gift with purchase. And so if there's any products that you're needing to order, that is a great time to get that because of the gift with purchase. But there's no obligation to purchase anything. If you're just here to watch and learn, we love that. So you can take notes. So let me pull up our eye makeup tips and tricks, best reasons and benefits of wearing makeup. I kind of talked about, for me, it makes me feel more confident. But makeup can also protect our skin. And we learned last week, Kenzie talked about our new foundations that are actually foundations considered skincare because of the anti-aging benefits in our Time-Wise luminous and matte foundations, and also age-fighting peptides, vitamin B3, resveratrol. So lots of benefits in our foundations that help protect your skin. Makeup helps you just look better, right? It puts that color back onto your face because sometimes, let's be honest, we don't get as much sleep as we should. So improving complexion when using makeup, highlighting your beauty, so bringing out your beautiful features. And we already talked about the confidence, but back on that. So, and we have, Kenzie's here. Yes. Arba says it boosts her confidence. So true. Jotina, hello, welcome. And Ruth, so glad you guys are here. And I'll go check the Facebook group here shortly and see who's all watching from there. Oh, and Jan, welcome. So glad you're here. Okay. So I'm going to have you go next, Christine. Well, let me show another picture and then I'll have you get on here. So this is a really before and after picture. Like, I love how certain eyeshadows can just make her eye color pop, and the placement too. She has a pretty standard eye shape, and there's different techniques of how to put on eyeshadow based on if you have deep set eyes, hooded eyes, wide set, close set. And so I love just like the placement of the highlighter and just really opening up and the colors that she picked too to really just pop and make her beautiful brown eyes just even more brilliant. So it's a great way to just bring out your beautiful features. So Christine, I'll have you get started then with your demonstration.
Okay, all right. So my face is only partially made up because I wanted to show you guys how I put on or try to put on my makeup. And what I usually start with first is I usually start with some eyeliner. So this is our, probably backwards. This is one of our eyeliners, and I prefer the pencil just because my hands feel like really like shaky like when I try to put it on. But I love the pencil because then you can just screw it up or screw it down depending on how much you want. And what I try to do is I try to get it as close to the bottom of the eyelash without poking my eye. You never want to try to poke your eye. So one of our beautiful mirrors, let me.
I know it's always hard to do it. Yep. Now you're using the crayon eyeliner, right? That's what.
Yeah, the crayon eyeliner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah,
and try to make it as even as I can. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I try to make it as even as I can for both eyes.
And we have Jennifer Johnson on. Yay. Jenny, so glad to have you on.
So there, and there's both eyes.
Mm-hmm.
There's both eyes that are even. So
you did a great job with that.
So I do that.
Very skinny.
Yeah. And then she said with the eyes, if you have different eyes depending on where you can put the shades. I think I have, when I looked last, I think I have the standard eyes. So
and that's just looking at what you did with the eyeliner, it just makes your eyes open, especially where you did it on the top. If we just put eyeliner on the bottom, it kind of pulls our eye down. So that's a really great technique to open the eyes, putting it on the top. You can do the bottom too, but like at least do the top. So I can see a difference.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using our eye smudger brush. I don't know if you can see the name of the light, but it's our eye smudger brush. And I'm going to be using, I think it's called Brisket color. I was looking this up a little bit. The Biscotti. So I'm going to be using I can turn it around. I'm using the Biscotti. So that's this one right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit on to the brush. And usually I know Roseanne likes to do this, but I know I like to tap. So I give it like a couple taps to get all the excess dust off. You never really like to have too much of the eyeshadow dust. And then, let's see, for my eyes, I'd probably put it, would you say probably like, I think I said I have standard eyes, so you'd say you'd probably put it like in like the corner. So let me.
Yeah, I think in the corner here, center of the face.
Like right.
But this is a beautiful matte color. I love matte. I think I'm wearing Biscotti actually today too, as my highlighter.
So lighting's not very good. Don't know if we see that in that side. Get a little bit more for the other side. Give it a couple of taps. And then I'll do the other side. And just get it, like she said, just in the corner. If you have standard eyes, most of the time I like to use, we have our eyeshadow pencils. They used to be our liquid mini little eyeshadows. I don't know if anybody remembers those. They used to be the liquid ones, and now they've discontinued those. So we have the new eyeshadow pencils. And I love to use those. I think I love to use the pink one, and then I know I'd love to use the Copper Nova. Those are my favorite. I don't know if you can see, but there's the There's the biscotti.
Has it in the center.
Very beautiful. Okay. That's with that brush. And then for the next one I'm going to use is this one. I don't know if you can see what one it is, Roseanne. Let me, my phone likes to go black. I think it's the Dusty Rose.
Oh, yeah.
That you can see. Yes, it's the Dusty Rose. So it's that color right there. I don't know if you can show it better in a camera for you, but I'm now using our eye crease brush, and that will usually go, like we're saying, like within like your eye, like crease area of your eye. So let me show with that. Get a little bit.
Well, that's also a beautiful matte, great mid-tone option.
Yeah, I'll tap with that, and then I will get it into. I'll get it into the crease of my eye. Let's see. Maybe a little lighting. I'll just get that into the crease of my eye. I don't know if you can see. Don't know if you can see that color, but that's a pretty. So get it in the crease of my eye, and then as I do, I kind of blend it in down into the corner with the Scotty.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
So okay, so we'll do it one more time. Open the other eye. Again, you only want to get just a little bit. And do a couple of taps. Just make sure you don't get any dust in your eye or anywhere outside your eye, because I really hate that. And then I do the same with this eye, and I just lightly just brush into the crease of the eye. There we go. So I don't know if you guys can see that color. Got my eyes closed so you guys can see that it really works. But there's that. And then, as she said, for the finish, you want a darker color. So next I am going to go with this one. I think it's the, let me see, let me pull it up.
Is that Golden Moth?
I think it's the Sunlit Rose, I think.
Sunlit Rose, yes.
I can see. Yep, and that's one of our shimmering ones. And then I'm using our all over eyeshadow brush to then just fill in where I can't. And also type in the comments, what do you guys okay, I'm gonna ask a question. What do you guys struggle with the most sometimes? Do you feel like you guys struggle with like applying eyeliner like I do? I know I do. Do you have trouble with eyeshadow? Do you have trouble with mascara? Just if anybody has any, tips and tricks for that, how to keep your hand steady, if you can keep it steady for applying that. But yeah, so and then I just fill in, and then I just fill in with whatever this color is. And as I'm doing so, I kind of like to blend it in with everything else, kind of a thing, to kind of just give it that light brush. I don't know. You can see if that's good with that eye. So get a little bit more.
Jan says beautiful. And also blush. Blush would be an area where she wants to learn struggles with blush. And Jan, let us know if it's finding the right color of blush or applying it. As Jan's typing what more specific.
Yeah, because I think we have a class on like the highlighting whatever, and I think we talk a little bit about the blush with that. Is that fair and accurate to really?
And she says both.
Yeah.
The coolest part is we have 6 blushes. So it's very simplified. And so usually kind of looking at the catalog, you can kind of decide, okay, I like more berries, I like more pinks, I like more like neutral, like tannish, coppery colors. So and we have samples of most of them, so we can send for you to try first. And then when you're applying blush, smiling, that always makes a huge difference. Finding where that natural cheekbone is, you want it to look natural, and then just go in a circular motion with your blush brush and having a good blush brush. And my favorite, you can buy this individually, or Jan, I think you have the brush collection. I'm pretty sure you have this one. So it just sits right there in the center, and then just go in a circular motion and smile. Remember to smile.
And then I'm going to finish off the eye look with one of our mascaras. This is the Great Heights mascara. I'm trying to remember what other ones I like to use, but I think I like to use the waterproof of this.
The Great Heights waterproof.
Whatever. Yeah.
And Ashley's here. Welcome, Ashley.
And I like these. And I like this mascara because it's not clumpy. I know that a lot of mascaras like make your eyelids like really like, you know, clumpy. And if you have like a specific brush, like, you know, this one, that it'll fan your eyelids out more than it will if it clumps. So
yeah, Mary Lynn loves the new mascara. She was the winner last week when we launched our new summer product. So she's been trying the Fanorama, the new Fanorama mascara, and it's wonderful. Nice. I agree. That's what I'm wearing today. So soft. It doesn't even feel like you're wearing mascara. It's
right. And when you're applying mascara, I know sometimes you may see like clumps of it like in like the brush, whatever. Or I think it was something else. I think it was something else that you don't really pump it when you don't like push it like up and down, I guess, whatever, because I'm not, I forget what that does.
Yeah, well, it puts a lot of air, and then air and bacteria can get more into your mascara if you're like just pumping. So just nice and slow when you're pulling it out, and just if it's not quite even on the brush, just put it in one more time, but you don't need to be
right. Yeah. And then usually I will finish off my look with a lip gloss. This is one of our newest lip glosses.
What I'm wearing today.
but I always like to finish off the look with a nice either lip gloss or lip depending on what I I'm loving to do at the time. But yeah, I always like to finish
it off. Just got the new mascara today. Can't wait to use it.
Yay.
So exciting. Isn't the box pretty? Like, I didn't want to throw away the box. It's like the
right. But yeah.
Yeah, this color is gorgeous. It's a gloss, so it goes on a lot more lighter than a lipstick, but it's like just the perfect shade. I love more berry colors. And
yeah,
I love it. It's hydrating, vitamin E, aloe. Yep, nice.
Right. But there you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm liking these colors. I think I'll use them again in the future, but
I know you have to now go out and do something. So yeah, beautiful job. Oh my gosh. I love how you use matte. I also love that you mix some shimmer with it. And one thing I struggle with, and maybe other people on here relate, but when you're doing your makeup and you're doing your mascara, have you ever got eye mascara on your eyelids? Like you're like, dang it. Do you know any tricks, Christine? Like I have some I can share too, but do you know like what to do in that case if you get mascara on your eyelids? Okay.
I would think maybe using maybe our eye makeup remover might help.
Yeah. That's a good like if it's
get
like
that off, but it's
one thing that I have learned from a makeup artist, because makeup artist makes those mistakes, like, so if you ever get mascara on your eyelids as you're putting on your mascara, usually maybe you've already done your eyeshadow. So if you haven't done your eyeshadow, that's a perfect time. Just use the eye makeup remover, take it off. But if you've already done your eyeshadow, grab a Q-tip, just a dry Q-tip. Wait for the mascara to dry. You don't want to run in there and smear it. So wait for it to dry and then just gently flake off the mascara with the Q-tip. And most times that works super well. And then if it's not working still, you can grab your Q-tip and put a teeny tiny bit of eye makeup remover on the tip of it and just kind of go in there and gently. And then what Jenny says, then you can just blend it with like your brush and kind of help your eyeshadow to go back on if you're, yep, the Q-tip. Yes. The eye makeup remover. Yes. So cool. So that's been an issue sometimes I have, but typically certain mascaras, like the Ultimate is the one that I get at the most on my eyelids, but Panorama, Great Heights that you were just using, even the Great Lash Intensity, which is a big brush, it's very full. I don't usually get mascara on my eyelids when I'm using those 3 different brushes. So anyway, kind of fun to know, but yay. Well, we have so many people here entered into winning an eyeshadow. So we're going to do that drawing here shortly. But before we do that, I was thinking what we could do is spin the wheel, find out what our gift with purchase is going to be tonight. And let me get this popped up. So let's spin the wheel. And the gift with purchase tonight. So if there's any products that you're needing, oh, we were just talking about we were. So there you go. So eyeliner in the wrong spot, your mascara in the wrong spot. Your mini eye makeup remover to the rescue. Not only does it clean off your eye makeup, but it conditions your eyelashes. And this one's great for travel. I always make sure I have one of those for myself because I don't want to go without that, miss that. So now what we're going to do is give you a couple minutes. I would love for you to think about who you'd love to refer to a free pampering treatment. So whether you live local to your consultant or if you don't, you can have a free treatment with your consultant. You can say, I would love to get samples in the mail and do a treatment, or FaceTime or however. Or if you live close, I definitely think in person is the best, where you can play with the different colors. I love doing skincare and I love matching foundation. And so those are free treatments. And your consultant has a goal to do so many facials this month. And so if you haven't had a facial with her for a while, or if you're brand new and you haven't had one yet, say, hey, I would love to get together and do a free treatment. And then this is a way to refer people also, because your consultant's working towards a certain goal of so many faces, 10 faces, 20, 30. I'm working on doing 100 in the next 3 months. And so everyone has their different goals. And so when you share a referral with your consultant, that helps her in a huge way. But also, this is a fun way to compliment a friend, thinking of the hardest working woman you know, the happiest woman you know, someone who brings you joy, or maybe someone who's going through some transitions in their life. They had a baby, they're getting married, maybe they're going through a divorce. Self-care can be such an amazing thing for our mental health and to help with different transitions that we might be experiencing. When you share 12 referrals with your consultant, and I'll give you a minute here to be jotting down names that come to you, or you can just text them privately over to your consultant. You will get half off a makeup item. And when you share 24 referrals, you'll get a free makeup item of your choice, whether that is an eyeshadow and a mascara, an eyeliner, it could be a brow tint, a blush that Jan was talking about, a highlighter, bronzer. So whatever free makeup item you want. So when you share 24 referrals. So when you're sharing referrals, don't put them in the chat. Just privately text those over to your consultant. They can live anywhere in the United States. Because we can send samples in the mail and do treatments that way. So I will turn on some music, give you guys a chance to think about who you'd like to refer to a free treatment. And this gives me a chance to get all of your names entered into the wheel of names because we're going to do our final giveaway. And so if you have not put your name in the chat, please do so now, especially if you are a guest, so that we can get you entered into that. So here we go. Okay, I hope that gave you a chance to think about who'd love to refer to a free treatment. I was a referral, and I'm so grateful. And Christine was referred to me, so she was a referral too, actually. Just really thought of that. And so we have a love for the referral program because of what Mary Kay's done for us, and grateful for the positivity and the confidence. And you just really never know who needs a pick-me-up and a free pampering treatment. So if you're still working on the referrals, keep writing those down or texting those over privately to your beauty consultant. I just want to show you who I have on the wheels right now. These are guests that have commented and put their name in the chat. I've checked Facebook, and I've also checked my text messages to make sure I didn't miss anyone. If you don't see your name there, you still have a bit of time. So please just type your name in the chat, and we will wrap this up. So here is our best kept, or our bundles are not our best kept secret. We're doing that in a second, but here is some of our deals and discounts. And so we just talked about makeup. In the bottom section of the makeup section, you'll see the Perfect Palette. Now, Christine showed the Pro Palette, which I love and use. That's my everyday. It's fun to mix and match with different colors, have all your makeup in one spot. You can get the Perfect Palette, which is smaller. It holds up to 3 eyeshadows. You can also have a highlighter in there, a blush, and a bronzer. I like that because I feel like that's my great for travel. It's just my complete look for the day. If you love to use the same colors day in, day out, that is for you. If you like to mix around with them, mix them up, the Pro Palette would be for you. And then we do have a mini palette that's holds 4 eyeshadows, or you can hold 1 eyeshadow, 1 blush. So anyway, so the Perfect Palette and the Pro Palette and the Petite Palette. So the Perfect Palette filled, how I have it pictured, of course you can customize that, is with 3 eyeshadows, a blush, highlighter, and contours. That counts as 2 sets, and I'll share what that means here in a minute, but that's for $99. And also, the eye candy set is what we talked about, and we saw Christine do the eyeliner, mascara, and we talked about eye makeup remover. So those are there. So that counts as a set. And then we showed the brushes. And so the professional brush set with, it comes with 5 brushes, 3 eyeshadow, a blush brush, and a powder brush. And that is the professional brush kit. Plus it comes in a gorgeous collection bag to keep it all organized. So normally like that, we just showed 4 sets today. The Perfect Palette counts as 2, the eye candy set, and the professional brush set. If you got those all individually, it'd be over $215. We have a special with the princess price where you get it for $199, and you get our travel roll-up bag, which is a $40 value bag. I have one here, and I'll show it. I love this bag. It is adorable. It has a handle. It opens up. I showed this to a girl this morning. She's like, oh my gosh, I love that. It hangs up behind your bathroom door, keeps everything organized. This thing is tall. It's long. Each bag comes out individually too. So it's great if you're just going on a short little trip or heading to the gym. You don't need the whole thing. You can just grab out what you need. The zipper zip from the top, so you can unzip it, but things aren't going to be flying out. And one of these days, my husband's going to say, let's go to Fiji and I'm going to be all packed and ready. Right. And I'm like, yes, I am so ready for that Fiji trip. And I'll just roll it up and away we'll go. So my husband doesn't say those words, but I'm packed. My travel size skincare there. I keep my travel size shampoo, conditioner. I keep hair products. I keep my deodorant. I keep my toothbrush, toothpaste. That's like all my travel stuff. So that way, when I go on a trip, I'm less likely to forget something. So of course, there's always things that you forget once in a while, but I'm way less forgetful when they're already packed. So it keeps my bathroom very organized. So that is our what's the word? Little gift with purchase. That's right. Gift with purchase with the Princess Queen or Cadillac. So the Princess, you can pick any 4 sets on the page and you just pay $1.99. Queen, you can pick any 6 sets on the page and just pay $2.99. And the Cadillac, you can pick any 8 sets. And we are picking up our very first pink Cadillac tomorrow. Here's a little fun Cadillac I have on my desk as I was working towards that goal. But yeah, so we'll have that at our next class, which will be really exciting. So, and then our best kept secret is our starter kit. So it's only $35 to join Mary Kay. This is not for everyone, but women who are either wanting to save a little money, we get 50% off on our products, or make a little money, we can make 50% on the profit on the products. Or a little bit of both, or a lot of both. This is for women who want to remind other women of their worth, to be able to pamper them, to invite them over to try a free treatment, to help them match their foundation. Such amazing customer service things that we get to do. And with that 35, you also get not only samples and a catalog, but you get a website where customers can shop online with you, and it just works seamlessly. You can be sleeping while Mary Kay is just depositing money into your bank account from people who've ordered on your website. And then also there's an add-on that's $90. That one is worth $450, but Mary Kay gives it to brand new consultants just for $90. And it comes with our Time-Wise skincare line for normal to dry skin and combination oily, our microdermabrasion, our charcoal mask, our ultimate mascara, our eye makeup remover, which is our #1 selling product, and CC cream foundations in every shade, plus a gorgeous bag to keep it all organized, and some samples as well. So that is for someone who is looking to save a little money or make a little money, or a little bit of both or a lot of both. When we do order from Mary Kay, we get 50% off on our products. When we pick out $450 retail, and we just pay half of that, $225. You only have to do that order once every 12 months to remain a consultant. And if it's been longer than 12 months, you can always just go back to being a customer. So that is a little about that. So for me, I loved the values of the company: God first, family second, career third. I love that there's no sales quotas. I love that I could be in business for myself, but I didn't have to be all by myself. But what I also really loved, and what kind of just sealed the deal, was knowing it was a 90% buyback guarantee, that I could try it. And if it wasn't for me, I had that 90% to fall back on, which is really comforting. So that's a little about the starter kit. So as we wrap up, this is a eye application technique that Christine was talking about: standardized, close set, wide set. I have this in for our consultants. So if you're a consultant, you have this in the boards, but if you're a guest, ask your consultant, say, I would love to get that. Or if you want to screenshot it really quick on your phone right now, or take a picture of it if you're watching from a computer or whatever. Because I think that helps a lot too. I'm a very visual person, so it's like color by number. And so as we wrap up, we're going to spin the wheel. Whoever wins gets to pick an eyeshadow of their choice. So I'll text that winner over their options so they can pick. And I hope everyone got a picture of that. If not, talk to your consultant. Do we have everyone on the wheel? Is there anyone I'm missing? I'm going to go double check the Facebook group and my text messages. And thanks so much for watching. Next week is all about eye products. So if you struggle with puffiness, wrinkles, dark spots, just, our eyes age usually first on our face. And so that is what we're going to be talking about next week. So that is one of my favorite conversations. We have lots of fun before and after pictures, and that one as well on our hydrogel eye patches and our instant puffiness reducer and our, in fact, most of our eye creams, we have before and after pictures. It's awesome. So, okay, I don't see any new names. And so I am going to spin the wheel and find out who's winning an eyeshadow of their choice. And thank you so much for supporting your consultant. It means the world to her. And it's Ruth. Oh, congratulations, Ruth. I'm so excited for you. You are such an amazing support to Rachel. And next week we'll do a giveaway of an eye product to help with your eyes, as you can learn about some eye products. And thank you so much, Christine, for hosting with me. You did a fantastic job. And seriously, tell Joel, hey, we're going to go out and grab some dinners. Like, we're going to go out and just walk around, because you are like all glammed up and looking gorgeous, girl. So thanks for that. And Mary Lynn says, congratulations. Yes, congratulations, Ruth. Have a fantastic rest of your night, and love you so much. Bye.